Assalamualaikum. My name is Nazim bin Nordin. My metric number is 2025147287. So today our group gonna be talking about surface tension. Surface tension is defined as the energy required to increase the surface area of a liquid. This will depend on the strength of the cohesive forces in the liquid. The stronger the cohesive forces, the stronger the surface tension. Different liquids have different surface tensions, and water has an irregularly high surface tension, considering the small size of the molecule. This is because of the strong hydrogen bonding. Water does not want to reduce the amount of hydrogen bonding occurring by increasing the surface area, and this phenomenon is the reason that a paperclip, if carefully placed on top of water, it will float. Theoretically, the paperclip is more dense than water, so it should sink, but the surface tension keeps it afloat. Based on the strength of all the hydrogen bonds, many bugs also take advantage of surface tension in order to walk across water, even though they too are more dense than water, for example, water strider. It is the strength of the cohesive forces between the water molecules that supports them. If an object like a bug were to pierce the surface of the water, some of the hydrogen bonds will have to be disrupted, as some of the volume will then be occupied by something other than water. So now, to prove some of the theory, let's watch some experiment.
My name is Muhammad Zakaria bin Sorany. Metric number is 2025195573. So just now Nazim has explained about surface tension. Now when we talk about a drop of soap, we're not talking about just one molecule or even 100 or 1,000. There would be trillion upon trillion of soap molecules inside a single drop. And when that drop of soap touch water, the soap molecules spread out. The part that likes water orient itself down, and the hydrophobic tails make a film on the surface. It means that the surface tension becomes weak. Now we are going to do 4 fine investigation. The ingredients that we use for this investigation are pepper powder, curry powder, turmeric powder, tea powder, and lastly soap. We color this water blue for better visibility, but that is completely optional. The water does not to be blue and the water temperature is normal. So after covering the surface with an even layer of pepper, we put a little bit of soap on our finger. When we touch it to the middle of the water, the surface tension is disrupted. Now you can watch the video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad YUSUF bin AHMAD ARIFFIN and my matrix number 20253044 and 35. So, previous experiment Zakaria explained and shows how the reaction between soap and curry powder, tea powder, turmeric powder and pepper powder on water surface using plain water. So there is a question running in our mind. What if we try change the temperature of water? Is it gonna change the result or not? So next experiment, we're gonna use cold water and hot water, which is cold water around 4 degree and hot water around 80 degree. Let's check it out with us.
Based on the experiment we have done, it can be explained that pepper powder and tea powder do not reduce the surface tension of water. This is because these materials do not dissolve or settle in water after being sprinkled on the surface of the water. However, this theory cannot be applied to turmeric powder and curry powder. This is because after the test, this material continue to dissolve or settle at the bottom of the cup. This clearly proves that this material have reduced the surface tension on water. However, the surface tension of water decreased after the soap solution is placed on the surface of the water. This theory can also be proved by the test we have done. The experiment also aimed to analyze whether water temperature can affect the surface tension of water. After the test, it was clearly found that water temperature does not affect surface tension. This is because all the data for the experiment does not change at different water temperature, hot, cold, and normal temperature. In conclusion, the experiment successfully demonstrated the effect of different substance and temperature on the surface tension of water. The results showed that pepper powder and tea powder did not reduce the surface tension of water, as the substance remained on the water surface without dissolving. In contrast, turmeric powder and curry powder were absorbed to dissolve or settle at the bottom of the container, indicating a reduction in the surface tension of water. This theory cannot be applied to turmeric powder and curry powder. This is because after the test, the material continued to dissolve or settle at the bottom of the cup. This clearly proves that this material have reduced the surface tension on water. However, the surface tension of water decreased after the soap solution is placed on the surface of the water. This theory can also be proved by the test we have done.